Today we are going to work with linear sequences. In linear sequences, these are the sequences where we do not have irregular differences. For example, if I put here 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, you can easily identify the next 5 or 10 terms. That's not a big deal. Here, for example, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Again, it's not hard for you to find out the next few terms. But if I'll ask you that this is 3, this is 7, and 7, and then this is 11, so let's say 15. Now in this one, if I'll ask you what will be my 98th term, this means that this is my first term, my second term, my third term, my fourth term. You can tell me my fifth term, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You can tell me up till 98, even if you're writing it in a sequence, and if you keep on writing on till the end, till 98th term, you can easily identify that. But right now, if I have this kind of a sequence, there is something called nth term formula. In nth term formula, we can identify any value of any term very easily. For example, in this one, if I write down here 3, 7, 11 and 15, and this is up to so on. Now first thing first, I have to label my terms. These are my terms. I have to label my terms. This is my term 1, this is my term 2, this is my term 3, this is my term 4. Now let me check my difference. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So this means differences of 3. 3 plus 4, 5, 6 and 7. Right now here, sorry, difference is 4. 8, 9, 10, 11, difference is 4. 12, 13, 14, 15, difference is 4. So this means difference between each term is 4. So I can write down that my difference between these terms is 4. Now something that you must remember, if this distance is not same, and if I have difference of 4 between these two terms, and difference of 5 between these two terms, or any other number, any of the 7, and difference of 9 in these two terms, then this is not a linear sequence anymore. Right now, since we are talking about linear sequence only, so I will just continue with that part. So linear sequence is something where the difference between the terms is same. Most of the time students get confused about the term, that what is term. Remember that term is the title name of any of these numbers. It's same thing like you have your name, so it's a term number. Right now your name is your title, who you are is your value. So same thing here, term 1 is the title. What is the value of term 1? It's 3. Term 2 is the title. What is the value of term 2? It's 7, and so on. Now the formula that we always use for finding the difference between finding the nth term, the formula to the method or the formula to generate nth formula. So I will write here, to generate nth term formula, we use this one, a n plus minus b. Now a is what? A is difference between the terms. N is term number, not terms value. This part is very, very, very important, because this is the point where students always messed up. This is the point where they always do mistake, and this is the main point where most of the time they lose their numbers. B is the balance that we usually need to add or subtract to make my value true. For example, I will take this sequence. I will say 3 and 7, 9, 11, 15. Now if I'll ask you, this is term 1, let me label it. The first thing first, let me label it. Term 1, term 2, term 3, term 4, term 5. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I guess I have to keep 11. 3, 7, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yes. 3, 7, 11, 15. Sorry, this must be then. Okay, then this must not be term 3. This must be term 3. This must be term 4. Let me rewrite it, because overwriting is better to rewrite than overwrite. So I'm going to rewrite the thing. Okay, look. I will write here 3, 7, 11 and 15. Term 1, term 2, term 3, term 4. If I'll ask you write down term 5, you can easily do that. If I'll ask you write down term 6, you can do that. Term 7, you can do that. But if I'll ask you write down term 37, then it's a little difficult for you to manage. So what we're going to do is, we will write down the formula, which is an plus minus b. You must memorize this formula as you memorize your name. Now look, what is a? As we know that a is the difference between the terms. So for difference between the terms, I know that 3 plus 4 makes 7, 7 plus 4 makes 11, 11 plus 4 makes 15. So I will keep it as it is. I will say, okay, then a is difference. I will write it like this. I will say a n plus minus b. So a n is what? A is the difference, so I will write down here 4. N is my term number, not my term value. Again, n is my term number, not my term value. So I will take my second term. Second term, so I will write 2. This is I'm taking my second term. I will not look at the values right now. Second term, this means I have to put 2 here. So 4 times 2 makes what? 8. Okay. Now I will go and check the value of my second term. Is this 8? No, it's 7. Okay. Now I will use my privilege for using of plus or minus to make my answer true. I know that term 2 is 7, and right now I'm getting my answer as 8. So I will write it like this. 4 times 2 makes 8, but I need 7, so I will minus 1 from it. Depending on the value of my term, I can minus 2, I can minus 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Whatever you want to subtract, you can. There is no hard and fast rule that you have to bound yourself to 1. No, you can use any number, whatever is making your condition true. Like for example, in this current case, my second term's value is 7. And to make this condition true, I have to minus 1. This means that 4 times term number minus 1 will make my formula true. So here, this is my nth term formula. Nth term formula. Now if I'll get this question in the exam saying that this is the sequence, generate nth term formula, I will generate it like this. Remember that if they will say generate nth term formula, I will generate it like this. Now if they will ask you now find 20th term. So to find 20th term, we know that we are talking about 20th term number. So I will write here 4. N is my term number, and I'm asking me to find 20th. So I will put 20 here, minus 1. 4 times 2, 80. 20, 80. 80 minus 1 is 79. This means that my answer is 79, the value of the 20th term. This means that if I'll keep on writing these terms, the value of the 20th term will be what? 79. So this is nth term formula, and this is how we make nth term formula by using the given sequence. I hope you understand this topic. I will make another video about how to use nth term formula to generate terms, and I hope that will be also beneficial and useful for you. Thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullah.